But yeah, Qasim, whenever you're ready, Jazakallah for everyone for joining. We'll start Khuddam right now with the news as usual. And then inshallah we'll carry on.
Can everyone see this?
Yes.
All right. Oh, also, if possible, can everyone just unmute themselves? Just Jazakallah. All right, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Welcome to this week's K News. I just know. Okay. All right. First, we have UK. 45 million have at first dose, which is like a 2 million increase, which seems a little slow compared to the previous weeks. And only 33 million have had their second doses, and which was up from 32 million. So again, it's slow. A new addition, we have a new sentence. We have at the moment we only have about 1,800 patients in the hospital with COVID. And up from 91,000, we have now 100 and almost 160,000 people have had now positive results. Delta variant, again, as I mentioned last week, is the most dominant case, about 99%. And also there has been a peak rise in 18 to 25 getting 18 plus and young getting the COVID test. And now the government have finally moved towards the young 18 to plus, and they're rolling out vaccines and encouraging everyone then the 18 plus to have the vaccine. Boris Johnson is really excited about easing lockdown in July, 19 July. Uh, no offense, but I mean, this looks like he has terminal illness rather than happy face. I don't know why. It looks more like someone has a terminal illness. More people sent home as COVID disruption. So as I mentioned, a lot of the students and 18 plus have been getting COVID. And so there's been a sharp rise, and a lot of schools have been cancelled. Sports news, Euro 2021, as always, we're just, I think it's happening. We have Switzerland versus Spain happening. And
Yes.
at 9 o'clock, we're going to have Belgium versus Italy. I don't think we're gonna get a very high attendance for namaz for result.
No, I think it's 8 o'clock here.
Yeah.
8 o'clock. These timings are 1 hour behind, I think, from.
All right, that makes sense. Tomorrow we'll have two more matches. England. I think I may just watch the England one. Just a bit of stats. Spain and Germany have been been kind of top lead. Spain has the most goals and the most possession time, and Germany has a lot of passing accuracy. Portugal's out. PSL with Islamabad United, they're currently winning with just 5 wins off the board. So I think they're definitely gonna win now. Uh, Lastly, skateboarding, Sky Brown has become the youngest British summer Olympia of all time. She's just 12 years old, and she's joined the squad and competing nationally. A bit of science news, rare black hole and neutron star collisions happened to sighted twice just in 10 days. And it was the same star, and the neutron and the black hole over a period of 10 days just collided twice, creating a lot of, releasing a lot of gamma rays and photons which were detected. It's worth mentioning that this probably happened trillions of light ago, because light takes billions of years just to reach us. So what we're seeing right now is in fact just the past. So even though it says 10 days, what this 10 days is has already happened billions of years ago. Scientists hail a stunning Dragon Man discovery. So Chinese researchers have unveiled an ancient skull that belonged to a completely new species of humans, and their closest evolutionary relative among known species of ancient humans, such as Neanderthals and Homo erectus. So Neanderthals are just species that used to live in Eurasia back like thousands of years ago, but they died as due to climate not being they didn't adapt to the climate properly, so they all went extinct. Entertainment, flying car completes test flight in the airports. Yeah, we're gonna get flying cars now. And
Oh,
the prototype completed a 35-minute flight between the two international sports in Nitra and Bratislava in Slovakia. Oh, by the way, it can drive normally as well, though it looks a bit funky.
Mm.
Discussion, why getting things wrong is good for science. Uh, so what we're supposed taught with science is whatever we're told with evidence, we're supposed to believe it as facts. However, there are cases when even facts, even today, are proven wrong, but we shouldn't be put off by this because our whole kind of research involves around getting things wrong in the end to getting things right. So the reasons for why we might can get things wrong is due to first of all, technology. As we advance more and more, the technology becomes more advanced, allow us to research more deeper and more efficiently. For example, there's also the whole concept of belief of that the earth was flat up in the 1600s, and only until then, when boats were invented and Columbus sailed to America and everything, where they finally realized the earth is in fact not flat but round. Similarly with also Darwin's theory, they didn't just accept his theory on a whim. It took like decades for other scientists testing his very hypothesis to finally accept the theory. So how this works is, first of all, a collection of kind of ideas and experiments leads to what's called a hypothesis. Now, this hypothesis, after tested further by when it undergoes vigorous testing, it becomes a law. So even there's also the concept of theory. Theory is evidence. It's not conclusive to be considered a law. So we're still researching and finding more about it. And also, as you know about Einstein theory of relativity, which was actually replaced by another theory. And it was done because there's also the element of luck. So scientists sometimes get lucky with these findings, and in the end, also kind of change the science and how science works. So there's also the concept of how luck works and how the Einstein's theory of evolution was accepted, that they had a lucky incidents where I believe it involves space and about two planets and their kind of measurements, which led to them coincidentally accepting that the theory of relativity is actually in fact real. Now, a bit of informative news. As you all aware, the world currently right now is burning. Where we have Pakistan, we have 50 degrees, we have Canada, we have 49 degrees, and US, everywhere where is just burning, even in Australia. So a bristling heat wave has hit at Canada and parts of US, sending temperatures to dangerous heights of nearly 50 degrees Celsius. But it's all over the world, even in UK. So Apple lists products that pose a risk to pacemakers. So under certain conditions, where if the devices are really close, possibly like 20 centimeters or less, they can interfere with medical devices. That's partly because the pacemaker follow a certain set of rhythm and are prone to receiving signals from radio waves and signals. So if has potential to cause harm. So it is advised that they should keep phones away from pacemakers. Disaster news. The last week, the Miami building collapsed, and two children have been found dead in the rubble, and a further 150 bodies were recovered, and the total death toll has been raised to 18. 150 injured. And also, this is quite old, but if you haven't heard that the American and Swiss climber died from exhaustion on Mount Everest. So Abdul Varaj, who was a Sadr for Jamaat, climbed the Mount Everest, spreading the Ahmadiyya Jamaat. Now we can proudly say that our Jamaat has successfully reached the highest peak in the world. But unfortunately, he died while climbing down due to exhaustion and blindness. Jamati News. I would highly suggest everyone to subscribe to Tag Magazine again. Azure Adil Tabine says he launched a new MDA website, MDpedia. You can literally search Google any name and it will give you resources and try to link you to website. It works like Wikipedia, where you can browse a catalog for MD stuff. This week with Hazur, let me just put that up. Can everyone see Hazur right now? Because I've been told last week you only see the presentation, not Hazur.
Yeah, last week we saw the presentation.
Oh, can you see
Yeah,
Hazur
we
right now?
yeah we can see him. Yeah.
Okay.
अल्लाह फजल
Mhm.
करे सामने बैठ जाए. At the end, a couple of Amla members were able to ask questions. One asked that as Allah the Almighty has created other worlds, whether the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was also sent as a prophet for them. जाहिर है जब हज़रत सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम रहमतुल लिल आलमीन हैं तो जहाँ भी आलमीन आपके लिए आलमीन मौजूद नहीं है हर नबी बहुत और अम्बिया भी जिनके लिए आलमीन के लफ्ज़ इस्तेमाल हुआ लेकिन उनका आलमीन जो था वो उनका वो महदूद दायरा था जहाँ तक वो भेजे गए थे हज़रत सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने को जब भेजा गया तो वो तमाम दुनिया के लिए भेजा गया और ये पैगाम जब इस दुनिया का राब्ता किसी और दुनिया से होता है और वहाँ भी आबादी है और वहाँ अकल और शऊर भी है और वहाँ मज़हब पहुँचता है तो ज़ाहिर है फिर हज़रत सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम उनके लिए भी नबी होंगे और जहाँ जहाँ भी पैगाम पहुँचता है वहाँ तक अल्लाह ताला ने आपको पहुँचा दिया क्योंकि अल्लाह ताला ने रब्बुल आलमीन कह के अपने आप को फिर कुरान करीम में रहमतुल लिल आलमीन वसल्लम को फरमाया और आलमीन आपके आलमीन को वसअत देती जितनी जितना जहाँ जहाँ आपको पैगाम पहुँचता जाएगा वहाँ तक वसअत चलती चली जाएगी आपकी ठीक है और बहरहाल उस वक्त उनको मानना पड़ेगा अभी तो आप दुनिया को पहुँचाते हैं वहाँ पैगाम इस दुनिया को यही बड़ी बात है अब तो आपको स्विट्जरलैंड को भी नहीं पहुँचा सके 1% को भी तो बाकी आलमीन की क्या पता कर रहे हैं आप पहले अपने घर से शुरू करें ना तो इंशाल्लाह ताला अल्लाह ताला ने बाकी काम करने हैं वो वहाँ तक भी पैगाम पहुँचा देगा ठीक है जब वहाँ से राब्ते होंगे चले फिर अल्लाह हाफिज़ हो ज़हीन साहब आपने सदर साहब
So yes, something to remember for the future. If you're doing come with contact with aliens, be sure to promote the message of Islam to them as well. Jazakallah for this K news.
Custom, very good. I like the discussion section as well. It's good. It's good to have that, and I think in the future as well, we'll open up to everyone. I think everyone should have good ideas of what they can say about that. That's a really, really interesting point. So we'll have next time we'll have discussion points with
Also,
the discussion.
if it's possible, you guys can also just, if you have certain thing you want to present in the news, you can also just contact me and send me the news and I'll put it. Or if you have
Yeah.
anything for an interesting topic for discussion, you can just contact me.
Yeah, I think things like things happening around the West Midlands, we can add that in, and one person can come and talk about it. For example, I know Haris Shakil is in, so I'll just bring him in firstly. So Haris, quickly, Assalamualaikum, Haris, are you on?
Walaikum salam. Yeah, Maruf, I'm here.
Haris, I had to pull this out of the bag because I know it's a big achievement. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about the cricket? Because we like to talk about the news happening around the West Midlands as well.
All right. Okay. So yeah, we went to Leicester. I think it was last weekend, and Leicester hosted a cricket tri-series. So there was West Midlands, so us lot, and then there was Leicester, and also Yorkshire came down, and we basically played against each other, 2 games each. And then the top two played in the finals, and it was a tough semi-final at first against Leicester and Yorkshire. We qualified straight away because we won the first 2 games, and then Leicester and Yorkshire played a decider to get into the finals. And Yorkshire just about won the finals, and we played them in the finals, and Alhamdulillah we won them. Last over as well. That was a tough final as well. So Alhamdulillah we won that, and then a couple of weeks before that we hosted a tri-series in which Manchester and London came down, and that took place in Handsworth. And Alhamdulillah we beat them as well. So we're the undefeated champions at the moment. I think we're going to Huddersfield in August. So let's see what happens then.
Could you just explain what the kit's all about as well?
I never designed the kits, by the way, but they're quite yellow. I think they took inspiration from our regional football team, which won a couple 3-4 years ago. They wore yellow as well. So yeah, I think they got inspiration from them. I don't really like the kit, but
is it a bear? Is it a tiger? What is it?
it's meant to be a bear. Yeah. So our team name's AMYCC, but we also were known as Birmingham Bears. So that's why there's a bear on top of the shirt.
So we got all the balloons together.
Yeah, we got all the bears together, and then Alhamdulillah won.
That's good, mashallah. That's really, really good. Great achievement, and it's really good to highlight that as well. I always like to, any achievement that anyone's done, it's always good to bring it towards the other Khuddam because things happen and it goes over our head and we don't realize. So, Jazakallah. As you're still on right now, Haris, I know you're 12 Nazim as well. Could you just give us a little insight to what's going to happen tomorrow and what this post is all about as well?
Yeah, so inshallah tomorrow morning we're taking Atfal from West Midlands and also some Khuddam as well to Wales, Snowdonia. Snowdon is the highest peak in England and Wales. So I think it comes number 2 after Ben Nevis in the UK. And we're taking Atfal to, as it says, conquer the wild, hopefully get to the top. And there's quite a few different routes we can take to the top. I think we'll take the easiest one because of the Atfal. And so we're going to be leaving at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning from Darul Barkat. It's about 2 hours, probably longer on the coach. And then when we get there, we're going to get to the top, inshallah. It probably takes about 3-4 hours to get 3-4 hour hike to the top and about 2-3 hours down. So about 7-8 hours hike, and inshallah we'll have lunch, also some snacks, and catch up with all the atfal as well, inshallah.
Inshallah. I've been told there's at least 7 spaces left, and I just sent a
Yeah,
message out.
there's 4 left now, so 3 of the spaces have gone. There's 4 spaces left.
We should put a countdown tonight.
Haris, listen, when you want to come down first, just put them into the drum and let them roll down.
That's a good idea. I was speaking to Kaisa yesterday. He was saying if someone annoys you, and before he finished off, I was like, yeah, throw them off the cliff.
That's all jokes. I don't think it's an actual mountain, is it? Is it more of a hill or is it actually a proper mountain?
I'm not sure. I think Zishan is probably more experienced in this. I think it's a hill, but it's the highest peak in England and Wales.
Yeah, I don't think you can't have mountains in UK because UK is in the middle of a tectonic plate. Now, mountain ranges normally occur around the edge of the tectonic plate. That's why you have stuff like the Himalayas and in Argentina you have the mountain ranges because they're at the edge of the tectonic plates. So you can't have unless like hundreds of years ago we had like a lot of volcanoes which formed the mountain. I highly doubt it. So it's one most likely a hill than a mountain.
There you go. Scientific side to everything, mashallah. Jazakallah Qasim for that insight. So yeah, guys, just a bit of things happening around. It's really good to, and as the lockdown is easing, that we are becoming more active. So it's just the start of something beautiful, inshallah. And let's all get going. I think most people on the call are going, inshallah. So inshallah, we'll create good memories and make more beautiful memories afterwards as well, inshallah. Jazakallah guys for that input. Brilliant. I love seeing these things happening and Khuddam coming together. That's what it's all about. So we'll just go to the next segment now.